Hey, grillers. Hey, fryers. What's going on, Papa House? What's going on, kitchen? What's going on, dishwashers? Come on, executive chefs. Come on, sous chefs. Let's get up and do what we need to do. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are we doing out there today? How is life treating y'all? Hey, life is all well for me. I can't complain about it. Everything is everything. And I love being alive right now. I enjoy my day. I enjoy my life. So, I was thinking the other day of how times have changed. And I was thinking about the rules and the policies and the regulations that I remember, growing up and just saying, just in general, I guess you could say the stuff on GP, general practices, of, I guess like the customer's always right or the consumer is always right. Quality over quantity. Stuff like that. That's, models and policies and rules are very heavy in business. Because plenty of business will have a mission statement or missions, values, or, what is the foundation of a company. And companies actually have to write those things out and put it on their website or have it, documented of what their mission is for the company and what the values are of the company, just in case, somebody want to, read up on them or, it has to be there. And I think in today's age that the new generation, I believe, is Generation Z, are testing these policies and procedures, are testing these rules, are testing your models, or they are testing your mission. They are testing your values. And in a lot of ways, I don't see anything wrong with that. Especially testing the model of the consumer or the customer is always right, because working in this industry, especially in the restaurant industry, that's not true. And that people actually been testing that model and that value for the longest. It was actually I thought it was kind of ignorant back then when I heard it, that the customer's always right, and they would build you up on that and try to make you believe it. But no, the consumer and the customer is not always right. And I know you can put it in a way of saying, well, it'll save face. Just go ahead and give the customer what they want. If they complain, just go ahead and, just get them what they want and get them out your face and make them happy. Okay, true indeed. But you cannot have, let's say if you have, 1,000 in sales, you can't have 500 of those in refunds because the customer is always right. That cannot be a legitimate business mission or values, model, or saying that the customer or the consumer is always right, because they're going to test you. You have so many words in there that you have to live up to. That's like a promise, always, always. How can you adhere to always? That means that anything that this customer says out of their mouth is correct, no matter what. So let's go to the quality over quantity. A lot of people, our business say, well, we prefer quality over quantity. No, no, not today. Quality is so gone out of the restaurant industry, out of the retail industry, definitely. Quality is gone out of the hospitality industry. Quality is gone out of the factory industry, manufacturers industry. Quality is gone. When was the last time that you went to your nearest supermarket, whether it be Kroger, Publix, Winn-Dixie, Albertsons, wherever you live, Winco, and you picked up a pack of chicken and you brought it home and that chicken had more feathers on it? You didn't think the person at the factory did their job. I remember back in the day, cooking chicken with my grandmother. I remember her going to the farm and, she used to get fresh chickens. And we had to feather the chicken. It got to a process where I learned how to defeather chicken. And I feel like I am back at that process again in 2023. Even though back, when I was younger, I was probably like 19, 85, 87, that I did that. I didn't even have to do it then. My grandma was just showing me the method of how, basically the chicken just don't come from the store. She was just trying to lay me down a good foundation, which I thank her for. Hey, Grandma. But now, like the chicken, I'm pulling more feathers. I'm cleaning the chicken. Stuff like that used to be done in the factory before it came to your house, or before you would come to the store. Quality is gone. Now, quantity, I believe that is a good race right now. But if you go back to the old saying of quality over quantity, then that's not good, right? So that means that basically what was preached to me back in my earlier years, and I'm pretty sure even before then, is being tested, and it's been tested to be a lie. Because, okay, let's say you work at a fast food place. Fast food is exactly what it is, and it's supposed to quick serve. So you got two names for it. You got fast food that is known to the public, and you got quick serve, which is basically known to the industry, to the restaurant industry, which lets you know basically on both sides, they're letting the employee know that you have to be quick, and they're letting the consumer or the customer know that you have to be quick. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. When was the last time that you went to McDonald's or Popeyes or any fast food location and your food was fast? I'm waiting. On the average now, I can spend, if I go, and it has to be a real busy day for me, that I don't want to come home and cook, or I'm just out being, things is going awry, that I just need to get something quick, that I go through the drive-through anyway, or I go to any type of fast food place. But I can't remember a time where I haven't spent at least 10 minutes in the drive-through. And I remember working for a fast food industry when I was younger. Matter of fact, one of my first jobs, and it was at a Mexican chain, or and well, and we had a speed of service. Now the speed of service time, I believe we had to get the people from the window, no, from the speaker to the window within 3 minutes. Then the whole transaction from the cash to exchange of the bags and everything with customer service, with being polite, with a smile, okay? With a suggestive sale, with an upsell. All that under, I believe, was like 7 minutes, 8 minutes. I can't even say it was unbelievable because it was done. It was dead. That was crazy. To this day, that's crazy. To expect for a consumer or a guest to receive their food, receive quality customer service, food, good tasting food, quick like that. That was the promise that a lot of restaurants gave during that time, especially back in the 90s. Quick, fast service. We would have you in and out. I remember having pizza places, pizza chains. You had employees being killed delivering pizzas because they had to do it quick and fast, hot. Now, hot and ready means totally different. Hot and ready means coming into the store and your pizza may be hot. It's going to be ready, but it might be hot. Is the testing of rules, regulations, policies, missions, values. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I thought at a time it was a bad thing that the new generation just won't follow the rules. But I can honestly say, working in this industry, a lot of rules and regulations that was taught to me has been tested to be a lie. And I can't say deep down that I didn't know there was a lie to begin with. You're pushing a person to do more than what needs to be done. You're pushing a person to break down. You're overworking, you overwhelming a person, and you expect quality. You expect that person to produce quantity. You expect your food to taste good. You expect your food to come out fast. You expect, even at that time, between the fast and the tasty, oh, don't kill them. Make sure that the food is up to temp. Make sure you're not giving them salmonella. Make sure you're not cross-contaminating. And that part right there is what a lot of customers or consumers don't realize. Y'all just hope. Y'all just pray that stuff like that is not even second nature to a person. It should be the first thing to not kill somebody, to care enough, but that's being tested today too. Before you go into a restaurant, check the health score. Look up. If the health score is not visible, ask the manager where the health score is. That would give you a general idea about what you're getting ready to go into and eat. take the next time you go into a restaurant, take the time to look up and be aware of the health score. Yes, the health score dictates other things in a restaurant other than food. No, not really. It'll let you know all that you need to know, and then if you need to know more, then ask the kitchen manager or the manager on duty to explain what's going on with the health score. You can always ask as a consumer. You can always ask as a guest. But going back, because this topic really brought up to me about the quality of a quantity, and the customer or the consumer is always right, the testing of rules and policies. In regards to, like a fast service, the reason why fast service doesn't work is because we're the only one that really believes in that. Take your time and go explore YouTube and Discovery Channel and a lot of other resources. You can find other countries and that don't believe in what we believe in. And I'm not saying that it's right or what's wrong, but what I'm saying is the pressure is what we apply on ourselves. That's the model of a lot of companies over here, which I don't think is right, because you're overworking your people to uphold a system that doesn't work. You can't have fast service at a respectable and healthy factor. It doesn't go hand in hand. And I was thinking about, I was watching, there's a KFC in Jamaica. Now you have, these people will wait, 2.5 hours in line, drive through, for some KFC chicken. Now I heard this chicken is nothing to be played with. I heard this KFC chicken is the best KFC chicken that a person can have. 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. A person over here will lose their mind knowing anywhere that they have to wait 2.5 hours. Y'all don't want to go into a casual restaurant or a fine dining restaurant or a sit-down place and wait 2 hours to eat. So expect going to what we consider fast food, quick serve. Now that's a good question. I wonder, do they consider they food fast food or quick serve? That's a good question. If they had speed of service times and tickers above their windows telling them, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Two and a half hours for some chicken, but they say it's worth it. And the reason why it's worth it, because it's quality put into the chicken. It's love put into the chicken. It's time put into the chicken. When that person received that chicken was hot. The steam was coming off it. I can't remember the last time I went to KFC and seen some steam come off chicken. Only time I see steam come off chicken is when I do it. I haven't been to any fast food, casual, even a fine dining restaurant and seen steam come off chicken. And the look on their face when they was biting into it, like it was the best thing since sliced bread. And then you have a place, Wendy's in New Mexico. Oh my lamb, that's some good food. That is some good food. Wendy's in New Mexico. The love that these people put into their food, the time that they put into their food, the hospitality that I received walking into the place. It actually gave me hope for the food industry. It gave me hope. It let me know that outside of the area that I am in, that it's hope. Now, I'm not saying it's not hope here. I would love to find it. I would love to see a restaurant of any kind, fast food, casual, fine dining, of any kind, cafeteria, that is upholding their missions and values of the company. That are testing the missions and values of a company in a good way, applying it. Now, I'm not saying that a customer is always right. I never believed in that. I don't even think that motto should ever came up. Quality over quantity, yes. But you can't be pushing quantity at the same rate as you're trying to push quality, because one of them going to be a demise. One is going to fail. Well, that's all I have for y'all today. I want y'all to go out there and pick and test your own company mission and values. Don't put quantity over quality. And that's professionally and personally. Well, that's all I have for y'all today. I want y'all to go out there and be great. Be excellent. Be you. That's all. I love you.